Hello friends, hello students, hi everyone. Once again welcome to my channel Competitive Maths by Balaji. Yes, successfully we completed first 4 chapters of 8th mathematics, and today we are going to start new chapter which is 5th chapter, comparing quantities using proportion. In our day-to-day life we come across many situations where we compare two quantities. Okay, and also in previous class we learned that we compare quantities using ratios and percentages. Let us see one example. Yes, example. Voting was conducted for a class mentor in a class of 40 students. Snigdha became first mentor by getting 24 votes, and Siri became second mentor by getting 16 votes. So the ratio of, consider the ratio of votes polled to Snigdha and Siri is equal. Snigdha got 24 votes whereas Siri got 16 votes. The short form of the ratio is 8 threes are 8 twos are, that is 3:2. Inversely, the ratio of votes polled to Siri and Snigdha is equal to Siri got 16 votes whereas Snigdha got 24 votes, which is equal to 2:3. Yes, the ratio is the ordered comparison of two quantities. Ratio is ordered comparison of two quantities. Yes, so that we say that a ratio is the ordered comparison of two quantities. Okay, yes, so that is the ratio of two quantities, the ratio of two quantities A and B is denoted by A is to B, or which is denoted by A by B. Here A is called antecedent or first term of ratio, and B is called consequent or second term of ratio, and we use this symbol to denote ratio, which is read as is to, that is A is to B. Next, compound ratio. So before going to see what is compound ratio, let us see one example. Sometimes we have to express two ratios as a single ratio. Let us see why two ratios are expressed as a single ratio. To understand this, let us see three cases of examples. That is example 1. Ramaya and Gopalam started a business with an investment of rupees 2000 and rupees 3000 for a period of 1 year. For a period of 1 year. In what ratio would they have to divide the annual profit obtained? So, they invested 2000 rupees and 3000 rupees respectively for a 1 year period. In what ratio would they have to divide their annual profit? Consider ratio of investment. Ratio of investments. That is, Ramaya invested 2000 rupees is to Gopalam invested 3000 rupees. So the ratio is 2:3. And the ratio of their time period. Both invested for 1 year period. So ratio of their time period is 1:1. That is, time period is equal. It is. Okay. Yes. But we have to find in what ratio would they have divide the annual profit. To do this, we have to find share of Ramaya and shares of Gopala. Yes. Since the ratio of investment is in the ratio 2:3, that means if Ramaya invested 2 units of amount, then Gopalam invested 3 units of amount. And Ramaya Gopalam both invested for a 1 year period. That is, if Ramaya invested 2 units of amount, then Gopalam invested 3 units of amount. Gopalam invested 3 units of amount. And both are invested for a period of 1 year time. So every month investment of Ramaya is 2 units only. That is, share of Ramaya. Share of Ramaya is 2 units into 12 months. That is 24 units is the share of Ramaya. Similarly, 3 units investment for 12 months time. Similarly, share of Gopalam is he invested 3 units of amount for 12 months period. 12 3s are 36 units is the share of Gopalam. Yes, they will divide their profit in the ratio of their shares. So consider ratio of their shares. Ratio of their shares. Ramaya share is 24 units and Gopalam share is 36 units. Okay, that is 12 2s are 12 3s are. That is equal to 2:3. What do you observe here? Ratio of investment is same as ratio of their shares. That is, when time period is equal, ratio of their shares is equal to ratio of their investment. So they have to divide the profit in the ratio of their shares. Yes, this is case 1. Okay, let us see case 2. Next, example 2. Suppose Ramaya and Gopalam both started the business with the same amount of rupees 5000. That is, Ramaya invested 5000 rupees as well as Gopalam also invested 5000 rupees. But Ramaya did business for 12 months and Gopalam for 9 months. How do they share their profit at the end of the year? Consider ratio of investments. Consider ratio of their investments. That is, Ramaya invested 5000 rupees as well as Gopalam also invested 5,000 rupees. Ratio of their investment is equal, that is 1:1. And their time period, ratio of their time period. Ramaya did the business for 12 months and Gopalan did the business for only 9 months, which is equal 3 fours or 3 threes. Time ratio is equal 4:3. How do they share their profit? Which is same as in the case 1. They will divide their profit in the ratio of their shares. So that we have to find Ramaya's share and Gopalam's share. Yes. To find their shares, consider their investment. If Ramaya invests 1 unit of money, then Gopalam also invested 1 unit of money. That is, Ramaya invested 1 unit of money and Gopalam also invested 1 unit of money. But Ramaya invested throughout the year, that is 12 months. Ramaya invested throughout the year. So, total share of Ramaya is 12. And Gopalan invested 1 unit of money for 9 months. He did the business only 9 months. He did the business only 9 months. Yes. For last 3 months, he is not in the business. So, Gopalam total share is 9 units of money. So, ratio of their shares is equal to 12:9, which is equal to 4:3. We observed ratio of time period is equal to ratio of their shares when their investments are equal. So, they will divide their profit. They will divide their profit in the ratio of their shares, that is equal to ratio of time period. This is second case. Okay. Let us see case 3, that is example 3. Suppose Ramaya invested rupees 2000 for 12 months and Gopalam invested rupees 3000 for 9 months. In this case, their investments are different and their time period are also different. This is the exact case where we use compound ratio, that is where we have to express two ratios as a single ratio. Let us see. So, in what ratio they have to divide the annual profit? Ratio of their investment. First consider ratio of their investments is equal. Ramaya investment is 2000. Gopalam investment is 3000. So their ratio is 2:3. Similarly, a ratio of their time period. Ratio of time period. Ramaya did the business for 12 months and Gopalam did the business for 9 months. 3 fours or 3 threes are. This is time period ratio. Okay. So, in what ratio they have to divide their annual profit? They will divide their annual profit in the ratio of their shares. So, we have to find Ramaya's share and Gopalam's share. To do this, the investment through the year. Okay. Yes. If Ramaya invested 2 units of amount, if Ramaya invested 2 units of amount, then Gopalam invested 3 units of amount. Gopalam invested 3 units of amount. And Ramaya did the business throughout the year, that is 12 months. So Ramaya share is 2 units into 12 months, that is 24 units total share. And Gopalam invested 3 units of amount and he did the business for 9 months only. That is Gopalam's total share is equal to, yes, Gopalam total share equal. He invested 3 units of amount for 9 months period. So 3 nines are 27 is the total share of Gopalam. Therefore, they will divide the profit, annual profit, in the ratio of their shares. Therefore, ratio of their shares is equal to 24 is 27. 3 8s are 24, 3 9s are 27. Okay, yes, that is exactly equal to 8 can be written as, here 2 is antecedent, 3 is consequent, 4 is antecedent, 3 is consequent. Consider the product of antecedents of these two ratios, that is 2 into 4 is, consider the product of consequence of these two ratios, that is 3 into 3. Yes, the ratio of their shares can arrange it as product of antecedents into product of consequence of these two ratios. That is, so this ratio is the compound ratio of these two ratios. Okay, so these two ratios can be expressed as a single ratio, that is 8:9. This is the case where we exactly use compound ratio. Okay, yes, this is product of antecedents to product of consequence. That is, we say that if A is to B and C is to D are any two ratios, then their compound ratio is equal to product of their antecedents AC is product of their consequence ratio. Yes, that is, if A is to B and C is to D are any two ratios, then compound ratio of these two ratios is equal to ratio of product of antecedents and product of consequence. Okay, or this can be written as A into C over B into D. This is the concept of compound ratio. Next, we have a try this on concept of compound ratio. Let us see it. Find the compound ratios of the following. A, 3:4 and 2:3. We have to find the compound ratio of 3:4 and 2:3. We know that the compound ratio of A is to B and C is to D is equal to ratio of product of their antecedents, that is A into C, is to product of their consequence, that is B into D. Similarly, compound ratio of 3:4 and 2:3 is equal ratio of product of their antecedents. 3 2s are 3 into 2 is product of their consequence 4 into 3. That is 3 2s are 6 is to 4 3s are 12. 6 1s are 6 2s are. So 1:2 is their compound ratio. Second question. Compound ratio of 4:5 and 4:5 is equal to product of their antecedents. 4 4s are 16 is product of their consequence. 5 5s are 25. Okay. Similarly, it is homework for you people. Try yourself. Next question. Second question of try this. Give examples of compound ratio from daily life. Let us see two examples and their solutions. Example 1. Speeds of two trains are 110 km per hour, 120 km per hour. Find the ratio of distances covered by two trains in 3 hours. See the solution. These are real life situations. Okay? Yes. Since we know that distance is the product of speed and time. Consider speeds ratio. Speeds ratio are 110 km per hour is to 120 km per hour. Speeds of two trains are in the ratio 110 is to 120. And time, we have to find the distance covered by two trains in 3 hours time. So time is 3 hours. So we have to find distance. Distance is given by product of speed and time. That is product of antecedents 110 into 3 is product of consequence 120 into 3. So that is distance is the product of two ratios. That means we merge two ratios as single ratio. 3 3 gets cut. Required distance ratio is 110 is to 120. 0 0 gets cut. That is 11 is to 12. Okay. Next question. Second one. The price of an oil increased by 20%. Consumption is decreased by 25%. What is the percentage increase or decrease in the expenditure? We know that expenditure is equal to price into consumption. That is expenditure is equal to what? Product of price and consumption. Since price increased by 20%. Increased means we use plus symbol. Remove the percentage symbol, we get 20 by 100. That is 2 ones are 2 5s are. Now consider the ratio of price, that is initial value to final value. If price initial value is 5 units, then 1 unit increases and final value becomes 6 units. And consumption decreases by 25%. Since price is increased, automatically consumption is decreased. So consumption equal 25%. Since it is decreased, we use negative symbol. Remove the percentage symbol, we get 100 at denominator, 25 ones, 25 fours. If initial consumption is 4 kgs, due to increase in price, consumption decreases by 1 unit and final consumption is 3 kgs. So we have to find the percentage increase or decrease in the expenditure, and we know that expenditure equal to price into consumption. That is compound ratio of price and consumption. Product of antecedents 5 4s are 20 is to 6 3s are 18. So 2 10s are 2 9s are. Therefore, change in expenditure is equal to initial expenditure is 10 rupees, final expenditure is 9 rupees. expenditure decreases by 1 unit over 10 units. But we have to find it in percentage, so multiply it by 100%, 0, 0 cut, 10% decrease. So, due to increasing price, expenditure decreases by 10%. These are the real life, daily life situations where we use compound ratio. Okay students, this completes the part 1 of comparing quantities using proportion. Thank you. Have a nice day.